Can something as ordinary as eating or drinking have spiritual significance? 1 Corinthians 10:31 shows us that nothing in life is outside the scope of God's purpose. In 1 Corinthians 10, Paul is addressing practical questions about food and daily decisions. The Corinthian believers were wondering what was permissible and what wasn't. And in verse 31, Paul gives them a principle that reaches far beyond their specific question. So whether you eat or drink or whatever you do it all for the glory of God. Paul takes the most ordinary activities, eating and drinking, and connects them to the highest purpose, God's glory. The central idea is that all of life, not just religious activity, can honor God. So what is Paul teaching us? First, no part of life is spiritually neutral. By mentioning eating and drinking, Paul shows that even routine, everyday actions matter. Nothing is too small or mundane to be offered to God. Second, purpose transforms ordinary actions. The verse doesn't change what we do, it changes why we do it. When done for God's glory, ordinary tasks take on deeper meaning. Third, God's glory is the lens for all decisions. Paul says, whatever you do. This means every choice, every conversation, every moment can reflect God's character and honor His name. Here's the challenge. What ordinary part of your day have you been treating as separate from your faith? This passage invites us to see all of life as connected to God. Instead of dividing life into sacred and secular, we're called to bring intentionality and purpose into everything, because God's glory can be reflected in it all. God, help us understand that every part of life matters to you. Teach us to honor you not just in religious moments, but in ordinary ones. Shape how we think, work, eat, and live, all for your glory. Amen.